last doc I saw before we can talk about the closing night film was called Bending Steel. And I almost didn't get to see this one because I missed my first chance. And I actually went up earlier than expected on the last day to go see this one in particular because it sounded interesting. It's about old-timey strongmen, which may not sound interesting, but I thought it was interesting. It's about modern people trying to revitalize that profession.
Like blacksmiths, actually with your hands bending metal?
Literally not heated steel, not any of that. Literally like he can take a horseshoe and twist it like that. Yeah, it's nuts.
There should be a movie made about you if you can do that.
Exactly. But it's not just one dude. It's like a bunch of people that can actually manage this. So it focuses on this guy named Chris Schoeck. And it from the stuff I saw, it basically looks like he's like a physical trainer. I think that's what he does for a living. But he wants to be an old-timey strongman who bends steel. I don't know why he wanted to do this, but it really kind of was like he tried a bunch of different things, and it felt like he was kind of an introvert. Like he wasn't the type of person. Like I never really saw him hanging out with friends in the film. He talked to his parents were in the film. And talked to his parents for a little bit. But the only real person I see him talking to is the guy he calls up to sort of help teach him how to be a strongman, how to be a steel-bending strongman. Because apparently there's different categories of strongmen.
Oh, my goodness.
There's some guys – there's some guys who are brick-breaking strongmen. There's some guys who are just lifting. They just lift insanely heavy things. There's one guy – one of the tricks he does is he rips decks of playing cards in half, and he can do it he can do like 10 of those in a minute. Like literally, it's nuts. He just like literally it shows him, and this is the main guy. And it's like just whoosh, drops them. Next one, just somebody handing him decks of cards. It's ridiculous. It's amazing. So if it was just a movie that showed a bunch of guys doing feats of strength, it would be sort of interesting, but it wouldn't be a movie. This is about them trying to revitalize this and bring it back to Coney Island, where really it was a big deal back in the day. And it's so fascinating, the crowd they got. They actually got a big crowd for this event at the end of the film that they put together. And they had like a bunch of different guys. And one of the things – so he bends several different things. So there's like a nail that's about that long, and he can literally put it up to his neck and like squish it like that. So he's got the horseshoe that he can twist like that. And yeah, you're cringing right now. Yeah. Watch the movie. You'll cringe way more.
Like you said, there's levels. I'm guessing that it gets a little bit worse.
He's got a steel bar that's about this long, and – I don't know if I can describe this without standing up, but literally it's behind his right leg and in front of his left leg. And he bends it using his leg as essentially a fulcrum. Mm-hmm. And I'm watching this and I'm like, how do you not at least dislocate your hip like that? Because there's another one where he's like putting it over his leg and like pushing down. And I'm like, is bone stronger than steel? I don't understand. Because
bone be breaking like a pencil?
Yes.
Exactly.
But this guy, something about the way his musculature works, he didn't seem at all concerned about breaking his bones or injuring himself at all. But the film kind of shows his progression, and not just strength-wise, but as a performer, because the whole point of this is that you are a performer, and it shows some kind of early failed attempts at when he just kind of bombed. He can do the feats of strength all day long, but interacting with the crowd was really his weak point. And it's really kind of emotional to see him kind of succeed at that. And this film has literally one of the best moments I've ever seen in a documentary. One of the best moments I've ever seen in a documentary. I won't spoil it. It's near the end. But it's just amazing. And so check this one out, Bending Steel, Chris Schoeck. And, you want to root for this guy. Also, the two main strongmen in this film both have red hair. And I'm wondering if I missed my calling somehow. If it's just like a natural trait that redheads can all bend steel, and I've just
when
missed
was
out.
the last time you tried?
That's true.
You got to bring in some horseshoes.
Yes.
Next time and
bring you a deck of cards.
Demonstration.
Yes.
Maybe it'll come naturally.
Yes, exactly.
Be like the Wolverine. You'll find your superpowers.
Yes. But yes, so one thing I will say about this particular moment, the audience in the movie theater started clapping when this particular thing happened.
Such a rarity.
Yes. It's like, that guy cannot hear us at all, but we wanted to clap for him. I wanted to clap for him because what he did was awesome, and it was just great. A Place for Film is recorded at WFIU Studios in Bloomington, Indiana.